This is Kirtan Sangvi, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, LJ Institute of Pharmacy. I welcome you all to the MOOC series, a nice initiative taken by the LJ Institute of Pharmacy. In this presentation, we will talk about the systemic nomenclature of steroids. Let's see. Here, when we talk about steroidal nucleus, it is hydrocarbon scaffold that is called as a cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene nucleus. Steroidal nucleus, when we talk about, it is hydrocarbon nucleus. More specifically, it is the phenanthrene nucleus. You will not find any double bond in the nucleus, so we usually say it is perhydrophenanthrene nucleus. Now, that nucleus is fused with the cyclopentane ring system, so it is called as a cyclopentanophenanthrene nucleus. Phenanthrene nucleus belongs to A, B, and C ring system. The D ring system belongs to cyclopentane nucleus. If we talk about the numbering, we have to start with the phenanthrene nucleus first. That is the given in the structure. Total 17 carbon atoms are there. That is called as a basic steroidal nucleus. Fine. Now, when we talk about the nomenclature of steroid, actually steroids are the based on 5 or 6 nucleus. When I say the based on number of carbons are present, we have to give the name of that particular steroidal nucleus. For an example, if you say C17, it is guanine, C18, estrine nucleus, C19, androsten nucleus, C21, pregnant nucleus, C24, toluene nucleus, and C27, that is what we can call is the cholesterol nucleus. Let me see one by one each. Here, C17 nucleus, it means it is a basic steroidal moiety. Total number of carbons are 17 carbon. What is alpha and what is beta? We'll come to that point. Don't worry about that. But when we talk about guanine nucleus, it is only C17 nucleus. Fine. You will not find any methyl group at carbon number 10 and carbon number 13. Those groups are called as a angular methyl group. Fine. Which are absent in the guanine nucleus. In case of estrine, you will find the methyl group at carbon number 13, but you will not find a methyl group at carbon number 10. Fine. So total number of carbons are now 18. 17 plus 1 additional methyl group is there at C13 carbon. No problem. Now, a familiar example I have mentioned, that is estradiol, a very famous steroid. It belongs to the nucleus estrine. Next is androsten. Here C19 are there. It means what? 17, then 18 and 19th carbon are on carbon number 10 and carbon number 13. Angular methyl group. So that nucleus is called as a androsten nucleus. You can see in the structure. Now again one example from this category, that is a testosterone. I have mentioned very important male hormone. Next is pregnant nucleus, that is C21, fourth one. What I can say, pregnant nucleus, it means after 17, 2 carbons are added at carbon number 10 and carbon number 13, angular methyl group. Then after, additional 2 carbons are added at C17th carbon in form of a ethyl group. So total number of carbons will be C21. Fine. Total number of carbons are C21. The on C17 position, basic nucleus, you will find ethyl group. But when we talk about the structures belonging to this category, that is a progesterone, you can see it is COCH3 group. Ultimately, 2 carbons are added. Fine. Next is very important, that is choline and cholesterol nucleus. Choline nucleus, it means C24. Fine. After 17, 18, 19, already angular methyl group. And then after, if number of carbons are more, it will be always on the carbon number 70. In earlier cases, it was ethyl or 2 carbon. Here it is 24 carbon chain. Fine. Total number of carbons are 24. I mean to say. Okay. So in case of cholesterol, it is C27. So after 17, 18th, 19th are methyl group. Then after, whichever the carbon is remaining, it is always on the carbon number 70 in form of a long alkyl chain. A famous example I have mentioned, that is already you have studied in biochemistry, that is cholesterol. Fine, it is a C27 nucleus. Most important part is the second one. Majority of steroids, you will find the double bonds. Now, two important things we have to remember. Number one, first of all, a position of number a double bond you have to mention, and second is what about the suffix. If double bond is there, it is the alkene. So of course we have to add suffix from the basic hydrocarbon, that is a guanine, estrange, androsten. Ane is replaced by the ene. In we have to add. Suppose two double bonds are there, we have to say diene. Three double bonds are there, we have to say trine. Here you can see I have mentioned one example, estra 135 into bracket 10 trine. Three double bonds are there, so definitely we have to say trine. Only one double bond is there in the another structure, that we have to say simply in. Fine. Most important aspect, at which position double bond is there, that we have to mention. Now there are two different categories. Either double bonds are between sequentially numbered carbon, and number two, they are not between sequentially number of carbon atoms. For an example, you can see in the second structure, the double bond is between carbon number first and second. So we have to say lowest number, and we have to add that suffix, that is the e, 1e. In these cases, for an example, you will find three double bonds, but the double bonds between first and second position, we have to say 1. Double bond between 3 and 4th position, we have to say 3. And you can see in the structure extra 135 into bracket 10. It means what? If double bonds are not between sequential numbered carbon, we have to mention both the number, lower as well as higher number, 5 into bracket 10, because a double bond is between 5th and 10th carbon. Fine. Similarly, when we talk about the another method to represent the double bond, that method says we have to use Greek letter, that is a delta. It means here, when we say double bond at between carbon number 1 and 2, we have to say simply delta 1 steroid. If double bond is between carbon number 4 and 5, what is the lowest number? 4. So we have to say it is a delta 4 steroid. You can see in case of cholesterol, the double bond is between carbon number 5th and carbon number 6th. So lowest number we have to mention. We can surely say that cholesterols are delta 5 steroids. Fine. When we talk about the non-sequentially carbon atoms, double bond is present between non-sequentially carbon 5 and 10. So simply we can also represent by the Greek letter, that is a delta, Greek symbol, that is a delta between 5th and 10th carbon. You can see 5 delta and 10th carbon. So two way you can simply represent the presence of unsaturation. Most one of the most important rule now I am going to discuss, that is all about the rule of NOR. Suppose angular methyl group, that is at carbon number 13 and carbon number 10, if in a basic nucleus that alkyl group is removed, definitely we have to use the suffix NOR, prefix NOR. For an example, if you take androsten nucleus, it is a C19 nucleus. Fine. So carbon number 18 and carbon number 19 are there in the nucleus. Now, suppose angular methyl group which is present at the 13th position or 10th position if it is removed. For an example, in these cases I have mentioned the structure that is the on position number 19 methyl group is removed. Here you can see this is the hydrogen. So we simply have to say nor androsten if I talk about the basic nucleus. Fine. Initial nucleus was C19, but one methyl group is removed. Some of you must have confusion. Sir, can we say estrene? You can surely say estrene. Either you can say estrene nucleus or you can say norandrosten. Meaning is same. Meaning is same. One steroid can be named by two different way. So to avoid the confusion, you can use both. But as far as the rule is concerned, we have to use the prefix nor. In this structure, you can see that the double bonds and more specifically, some of the bonds you can say it is a dark bond and some of the bond you can say it is a dotted bond. Dark bond, it means what? The substituent or hydrogen is above the plane. Dash bond means it is a below the plane. So the group or substituent which is above the plane, that is called as a beta configuration, and the substituent is backside of the plane, that configuration is what we can call is a alpha configuration. We will discuss in next session a lot more about stereochemistry of steroids, where we will discuss a lot more about alpha and beta configuration. But just as far as basic rules are concerned, we have to discuss. The next is very important part, that is in any steroidal structure on carbon number 5th, if hydrogen is there, configuration must be mentioned or must be indicated in the name. Don't confuse. Here you can see I have mentioned basic nucleus. Already I have mentioned 5 alpha and 5 beta. You can see the configuration. Fine. In any steroidal nucleus, position of 5th hydrogen, the configuration, whether it is a alpha or beta, must be indicated in the name. But I can surely say that when you refer some books, definitely in some of the structure they have not mentioned 5 alpha or 5 beta, and you will be confused. Sir, you told me that like 5 alpha or 5 beta has to be mentioned in these structures. No doubt, this is a rule. But in case of complex steroids, so many positions are there. In each position, alpha beta configuration was mentioned in the structure. So to avoid the complexity of the structure, we usually avoid. But as far as rule is concerned, you have to. Now, the last but not least, compounds with 5 alpha cholesterol, it belongs to allo series, and 5 beta cholesterol, it belongs to normal series. Fine. When we talk about frequently asked question, definitely define the steroids. Second is very important, that is discuss in detail about nomenclature of steroids. Very important questions in exam they ask. Or many of times they have given the structure, you just have to give the IUPAC name of that structure by considering the rules which we have discussed today. If you want to refer the books, you can always refer Wilson, you can always refer Foy as well. Thomas is a very good reference book you can use for it to refer the stereochemistry part. Fine. Okay, so thank you for watching the video presentation. Fine. In next lecture we will discuss about the stereochemistry of steroids. Fine. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel, that is a Pharma Ignite. Don't forget to press the bell button. Fine. Thank you.